I wish we could incorporate people's live questions in the show. It's kind of hard to keep track of everything.
If you're watching
it's just hard to keep track of so much stuff, you know? What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. It's Friday. It's a beautiful day. And we're going to do this. Again, for people watching on Periscope, you can't really hear Steven. We're only doing this one-way camera because it's a way for you guys to watch and listen and learn. But this show is made for an audio podcast, so this is just my phone. We're not pumping sound through it. Steven, can I hear you?
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
The Periscope's just an added perk.
Exactly. It's like a bonus. If you want to learn, you're going to learn. You're going to learn today. Qua from Vine. What's up, Qua? I know you. Someone said we can hear him. Beach, they can hear you.
Okay, good. Hello.
How does it take you to do your hair? From Paul McCoa. It's actually really fast. It's like 2 minutes. It's like some of this and some of this. It's done.
Bam. That's how I do my hair too, man.
Dude, it's the Asian
Just
style. Yeah, just
when I get out of the shower, I just flatten it down.
Get it going. All right, everybody, just tell us where you're from, where you're represented from. We're going to start the show in a minute. I see you from Turkey. Do you, Naz? I see you from Turkey. Say hi to Tupa. Alejandro from Puerto Rico. We got London. We got Dallas. We got the 305 Colorado. West Virginia, Detroit, London, Detroit, D-Town, San Diego. Everybody all up in here. Hawaii. It's actually Hawaii. I'll say Hawaii. In the house. Palm Beach. Look at this. They're blowing this up. All right, let's go. Let's get the show started.
Okay. All right.
You ready for this intro? You ready to get hype, Beachum?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Just make sure all my stuff is right.
Infinity Gauntlet. Shaka Bra. You notice that? See this?
What's that?
It's Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, yeah.
With the Shaka.
I've seen you wear that before.
It's freaking my favorite shirt.
Okay, ready?
I'll wear it till I die.
Till you die.
Till I die.
From the top of the Howard Stern. Why am I saying that?
You got Howard Stern on the brain.
Have it on the brain.
He said from the top of Howard Stern's.
Yes. So I kind of borrow their line. All right, here we go. Sorry about that.
It's fine. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
Periscopers got to see what's going on.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, wait, hold on. I think something's playing.
Yeah, I have, because I don't have stop. Oh, here we go. There's the controls. Okay.
There's the controls. All right, Scopers, we're rolling. 311 in the house. Dig it.
It's one of my favorite bands. From the top of the CBS Interactive building in sunny San Francisco, California, it's the Apple Byte Extra Crunchy Podcast with your host, Brian Tong.
Let's go. Let go. What's up? Welcome, everybody. It's Apple Byte episode 14 Extra Crunchy. You know we bring that crunch. We bring that munch to the show. It's everything Apple. For those of you listening, for those of you that have been joining us, we first of all have got to say thank you. A lot of you filled out the survey that we asked for last week to help bring better advertisers that make sense for you. It also keeps the lights on for us, right?
Yes.
Is that always important?
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
It's important.
It's probably important.
If you guys dig the show, then go take the survey.
And phone calls continue to just come in the droves. So if you guys want to be a part of this show, again, the number to call us is at 1-800-616-2638. Tell us your name, where you're from, get your question, your comment, and we go and we do it and we put you in the show, right?
Word.
Okay. So let's just jump into the show. We have a lot of things floating around here. We have iPad Pro news, Apple TV news, iPhone 7? Do I really want to say that?
Yes.
Oh.
That's a thing. We actually got a voicemail about iPhone 7 already.
It's true. We're already getting there, people. But don't worry. If you haven't purchased your iPhone 6S, it's not out of date just yet. Okay, iPad Pro news. Rumors have been rumbling that it'll be coming out next week around the 11th. But Sam's Club. Why did I say Sam Club? Is there an actual business called Sam Club?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Sam's Club.
And that's not plural. That's actually Sam's.
Apostrophe.
Yes.
Apostrophe S. So it's Sam's Club, not a bunch of Sams.
Not a bunch of Sams.
Yeah.
Not a bunch of guys named Sam.
We should make that clear.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so the popular warehouse chain has started accepting pre-orders for Apple's new iPad Pro on its website. It listed the release date of Friday, November the 13th for the device.
Ooh.
Now, rumblings have pointed to the 11th, which was Wednesday from 9 to 5 Mac. Sam's Club is saying the 13th, which actually makes more sense to me. Friday has typically been a release day for products, typically. Although we do know that, didn't the Apple TV come out on a Monday?
Possibly. Is that bad luck, though? Friday the 13th to release a product?
You make a great point there. Anyways, they're accepting pre-orders for the 32 gig entry-level Wi-Fi model, the 128 gig Wi-Fi model, but they're not selling the Wi-Fi cellular model. I'm still debating. I've always wanted an iPad with cellular on it, and now that for LTE is so good, I might do it, but I don't know.
I know I got the Wi-Fi only iPad too, and there have been times where I'm like, damn, I wish this worked.
Just even to have the
everywhere.
option, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can just pay for it and then take it off. They're also listing the prices a little cheaper, $787 for the 32 gig. Apple had listed at $799 and $937 instead of $949 for the 128 gig Wi-Fi one.
That is expensive.
Dude, it's a computer.
I know.
Costs the same as a MacBook Pro, basically,
know.
once you add all those things on. But it's coming, according to Sam's Club, according to that date. Next week, I've got to assume that we're going to see something no matter what. Apple has still not officially commented on it. The other thing, though, kind of to bring up and to talk about, if you guys had to guess, what do you think currently, still to this day, the most used iPad model is? I mean, you saw the headline, didn't you? That's not fair.
I know the answer, but it makes sense. It totally makes sense.
I'm gonna ask people. We do like to. We're not catering this exactly to our scopers, but we want to ask people. A lot of them are saying the correct answer, which is the iPad 2. The iPad 2 from 2011.
Wow.
Is the number one used iPad to date. This is based on Localytics Analytics and survey that they kind of pulled based on traffic. Approximately 20% of the population using an iPad is an iPad 2. A first-gen iPad mini would be 18%, and then the iPad Air, which is the one I currently own, 17%. It goes down from there. The iPad 4th gen, 13%.
I am an iPad 3 third gen owner, so
you're at 10%.
Yeah, I'm not looking to upgrade anytime soon.
And then here's the other thing about this, right? iPad 2 still popular. Still, even when they come out with the iPad Pro is a specific use case.
Yes.
So it's not like people are going to stop using the iPad 2 to get the iPad Pro.
That's true. Yes.
When I look at these numbers, I'm going to guess, if we look at this survey, let's say 6 months from now, if the iPad Pro even shows up on this, they're going to most definitely, in my mind, be under 10% of the pie because it's so specific.
Yeah, I mean, it's geared towards professionals and artists and stuff like that.
Or people who just like big screen iPads like me.
Yes, who like to lick their giant ice cream iPad screens.
You call it ice cream? You combine ice cream with ice screen and iPad screen. That's good. So just a little bit of iPad nuggets coming out for you. Apple TV, we want to follow up with this. There's a lot of action going around the Apple TV. A lot of people have been tweeting me and asking me, why didn't Apple put in a Safari browser? And to me, my whole thinking, just because if you try and think how Apple thinks, Apple likes to really control the experience. They don't want to take you out of their UI that they're building for you, their user experience, the look, the feel. Well, the Apple TV has been hacked to run a makeshift Safari browser, and it actually looks really good in the execution of how it's done. This video has been posted online. You can actually see the way that they use the Apple touchpad remote is once they're in the browser, you actually press on the touchpad, like you click on it, and it changes between using it as a mouse cursor versus scrolling with that click, which is really cool, right?
That is cool.
You can't do both things at once, but you can switch between the two. He's scrolling through up and down, but then can change it into that cursor. The trick about this right now is that it's probably not going to be available anytime soon. It's based off of a private API that this developer built, and obviously Apple's not going to be using it, so that's what he's using to render the web content, but it is really cool.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I'd love to have a giant browser on my TV.
Yeah, for all you devs out there, it's a open source project. It can be downloaded by anyone. It remains to be seen if Apple ends up doing this. My gut is that Apple will not do this. I think Apple even would see this and like the execution is done so well, and they're like, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, do you think you'll be able to watch videos from other websites through that, or it's going to be locked down?
Well, the answer or the solution for that is just using AirPlay that mirrors your
That's right.
laptop.
Yeah.
That's kind of how to get around the fact that some of these services like Amazon TV or Sling TV aren't on the Apple TV, but then the performance of that is not the same as it being native on the device.
Yeah, it doesn't look great either.
It's
always
just
looks
not the
crappy.
same. So
It's like Chromecast.
we've been there, y'all. We have been there. Also, another developer hacked their Apple TV OS to show iOS-like app folders. This is from developer Steve Tron-Smith, who has kind of leaked some of the code in past betas to show people what might be coming. He's actually been able to kind of unlock and show the fact that you could build folders in tvOS. And this is really important because with the App Store there, I've already downloaded a crap load of stuff on my Apple TV.
Yeah.
And I need folders.
You need to organize it all.
I don't want to scroll 5 rows to get to games when my nieces and nephews are over. The only thing they want to do is game on an Apple TV.
Yeah.
They're like actually super excited to come over this weekend. Like Uncle Brian's doing some hangout with them. And they like literally screamed for joy when I said, "Oh yeah, you guys can play Jetpack Joyride on a full screen TV." They're like, "Ah!" like I'm not even exaggerating, right? You can imagine if you told your kids like, "Do you want to play
guys just head explodes,
Jetpack
man.
on a full TV screen?" It's kind of like a big deal for the kids. And some of the adults too, like Crossy Road. I'm not gonna lie, I really like that game.
I saw you tweet about that the other day.
Remember,
that's funny, man.
Remember we ripped on it?
Yeah, you were
I
ripping
ripped
on it.
I'm like, dude, it's just a Frogger ripoff. And then I'm playing. I'm like, dude, it's a Frogger ripoff. It's awesome.
It's a good one. A good
damn
ripoff.
It's a damn good one.
That's funny.
So TV iOS like app folders, not there yet. Again, developers are having fun. Maybe it comes, maybe it doesn't. This one's another story related to the Apple TV series. People have also continued to, we have this, obviously this feedback loop on Twitter where people kind of just say, does this have this? Why isn't this not working? I had a guy say, where's the support for Ireland? Siri doesn't understand my voice. Siri's
Neither
not.
do we.
Steven, say sorry.
Sorry. My wife's born in Belfast, Ireland, by the way.
It's like you're allowed to say horrible things.
Yeah.
And I am too. I can basically say anything, not anything, but a lot of things about Asians.
There was that video about there was like a Scottish guy talking to Siri and it just wouldn't understand him at all.
You couldn't do it, right?
Yeah.
So this story is that despite Siri's availability in over 15 different languages and over 30 countries on iOS, the Apple TV is limited mostly because Apple says Apple TV is different and it requires training to understand the variety of TV shows and movies, like basically pronouncing all these different things correctly.
Yeah.
And that makes sense, actually.
That's got to be a difficult thing to overcome for sure.
So right now, it's limited to support for Australia, Canada, Great Britain, United States, Germany, France, Spain, and Japan. Pretty much most of those are predominantly, the pronunciation of these shows are basically very close derivative of English, right?
Yeah.
It's like just a little tweaks here and there based on pronunciation. Apple did say they will be bringing that from other countries, and they're trying to beef up the support. They haven't said when they will bring that to the table, but it is incoming. They understand the issues. They know it's happening, but I'm sorry, Ireland.
Sorry, Irish.
I'm sorry, Zimbabwe.
You can't talk to your phones just yet. It will be coming soon. They're working on it.
It's coming. Apple says whenever. And we know that literally could be like 2 years from now. They're like, hey guys, we just got support for Zimbabwe. They're not going to be happy about that. All right, let's check this out. Apple Podcasts also. Man, we want people to listen to this show.
Yes.
We love the fact that, we're just having fun talking shop and the show has been growing, been doing really awesome. Well, Apple's TV doesn't have a podcast app, Beach.
That is crazy, mind-boggling to me.
You know what that could also be?
What?
A bad apple.
Oh, I'm unprepared with the sound effect.
Right now, Apple TV still doesn't have podcast support, which a lot of people have it synced to their iTunes account. So, right, it's easy.
It should just automatically just happen.
It's not there. There's promos of the Apple TV on the retail side that have shown a podcast icon. It doesn't exist right now, so we'll see if that's a no-brainer.
Yes.
They're like too long, more bad apples. Look,
I mean, iTunes is like one of their biggest platforms in the world for podcasts. So
for everything, right?
throw it in there, please.
For content distribution.
Yes, for everything.
But here's the thing, and we're gonna get off the whole Apple TV tip in a second. I do feel like, again, I do recommend the Apple TV for people in the ecosystem, but Apple kind of rushed this product in a few ways, and they're all real small, subtle ways. I'm not even saying they rushed it because of 4K, but the remote app for iOS that is on your phone where people have used in the past, it doesn't work with the new Apple TV. And I get part of that because the touchpad remote on the Apple TV is different, where you can physically press it. You'd almost need a 3D touch phone to be able to translate exactly the way you use the Apple TV remote for this new Apple TV. But either way, iOS remote app doesn't work. You can't, the podcast app, which is pretty much a no-brainer to get hooked up in there, is not available. You used to be able to use Bluetooth keyboards to enter in your credentials, type in your username and password, blah, 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 instead of tacking it out on the remote, which can be a pain in the ass.
Yes, huge pain in the ass.
Huge pain. So those three things right there are little minor things that I think we will see eventually support for them, but Apple didn't do it out of the gates, right?
Did you mention 4K support?
I did. I said,
new iPhone has 4K.
Yeah, that was a bad apple from the start. Like, the fact that their phones can shoot 4K video and you can't toss them to an Apple TV.
Yeah.
Now Apple might be blaming like the A9 processor because the Apple TV has an A8, but still that's a big miss for me.
Yeah, that is a big problem. Because I want to see 4K. I want to see my videos in 4K on my giant TV.
Yeah, are you gonna get a TV that's basically 70 inches or larger though? That's really when you see the benefits.
Spend like $50,000 on a 4K. No, not anytime soon.
Well, they say in a couple of years, 4K TVs are going to come down in price and basically be the price of when OLED TVs or LCD.
Yeah, I think Vizio's already going in that direction, right? They're already like kind of near the price. I think I bought my 1080p HD for $500, maybe like
that sounds
less
right.
than 10 years ago.
I'm a big fan of Vizio.
Vizio's awesome.
Price point, image quality, overall price, overall everything. You can't go wrong. Like, yeah, you can be a snob and get right now I think the best image quality we have from a TV set is a LG-based OLED TV that has the deepest blacks we've seen since the days of the TV right behind you, the Pioneer.
Yes.
The Pioneer series was ridiculous. The Plasma Pioneer, up until then, was rated the best black levels on TVs.
Now it's a background for all of our podcast shows.
It's a wallpaper.
It's wallpaper.
So, I think that I do like the Apple TV. The App Store still has huge potential. I don't want to be a broken record about this, but I do feel like they rushed a few things.
Definitely.
Okay, let's talk. One thing, though, I guess sometimes you guys are really good at future telling. If you guys don't know, one of my alter egos is Nostratongus in the Apple Byte show. We haven't done any Nostratongus stuff here yet. We probably will before the end of the year. Beecham, we got to come up with a future telling nickname and costume for you too. Seriously,
I would love that. Yeah,
we have to. It's like
that'd be funny.
So, anyways, one of you guys made a call. We're gonna play the call, and then we're gonna answer your question.
All right.
Hey, fellas. Listen to you guys a lot, and I appreciate your show. Just want to ask real quick. Today's launch day for Apple TV, Monday the 26th, and I just wanted to go ahead and ask. I haven't been able to find online the answer to my question. It's been very vague, at least, what I found, but is a new Apple TV going to allow us to use our own media that we've either ripped or gotten from other sources, as long as it's in the right format, obviously. But I haven't heard too much about that talk, the whole My Computer icon, now it's a laptop icon. Is that still going to be the same? I know that a lot of developers received their sets out there, but haven't heard anything back or seen anything online about it. All right, great. Enjoy your show. Thanks a lot for your answer.
This is a beautiful question. Perfect timing. This just dropped this week. Plex now has an app on the Apple TV. Now, for those of you that do not know what Plex is or are not familiar with it, it's basically a setup where you have a Plex media server. And what's great about it, it's compatible with Windows, with OS X, even Linux. And basically all your media files can be stored there. And then devices that you use that have the Plex app, a la the Apple TV, can then pull from that media server and play them. So for the gentleman who called, I'm gotta guess because he was looking for a solution. He's probably familiar with Plex. He might even have a Plex setup. But the Plex Media app is now available on the Apple TV, which is really cool.
That's super cool because I store all my media just on my laptop. I just
Exactly.
just filling space on my laptop. So that'd be great to just be able to dump it and be able to stream it.
And some people are like, oh, well, aren't you telling people how to pirate stuff? I'm like, no. I will tell you, guess what? I was a college kid once in my life.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I have files that I acquired like all different kinds of crazy ways. Some of the stuff I ripped from my own CDs. Some of the stuff like I had like a DVD ripper of stuff I owned. Some I got other ways. But guess what? That's just the reality. No, I don't. Quite honestly, I don't pirate anymore. I support I have a job in the media world. I support the creative like field. So that's why I buy all my stuff from iTunes, right?
Yeah. I mean, the majority of all the stuff we own is probably legally purchased.
Now
obviously.
for mine, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
For you and me,
yeah.
Yes. I can't say that about some of my friends, and you know who you are.
Yeah, I mean, we were like, we were involved in the internet age when Napster first came out, so
Scour Media Agent, Napster, there was
all kinds of stuff.
It was the Wild West back then.
Yeah.
It was, now these days you have BitTorrents and things like that, but anyways, the Plex Media server, get it. If you don't know what it's about, for those of you listening, it's probably the #1 solution if you have your own files of movies and TV shows, music, for you to be able to play them on multiple screens, multiple devices. It would be my #1 pick for that.
That's awesome. All
right. As we stroll right along, we alluded to it, iPhone 7 rumors. Oh, goodness. We're really doing this. That's the best thing I could say. It's embarrassing. I don't want to always talk about it, but guess what? It's news. People are talking about it, so we might as well. All right. Apple predicted to launch an A9 4-inch iPhone in early 2016. This is according to Ming-Chi Kuo, KGI Securities. He's been an analyst that's plugged into the supply chain. His accuracy of reporting in general has been actually pretty good. He called out, which one? He's called out like things like the iPad mini before anyone even was talking specific aspects like 2-size screen phones. He was one of the very first to call that out. So I'm going to give him a little props and go with this. He also, iPad mini, he's called out a lot of features or specific aspects like 2-size screen phones. He was one of the very first to call that out. So I'm going to give him a little props and go with this. He also says, this one's kind of curious to me, the iPhone 7 will have 2 different configurations of RAM. He says reportedly the 4.7-inch iPhone 7 will come with 2 gigs of RAM, which is the standard right now, and then the 5.5-inch larger 7 Plus will come with 3 gigs of RAM. He also says that it'll be loaded with an A10 processor, the next generation chip, which is a no-brainer. That's just normal. The processor gets upgraded every year for the most part on the iPhone line. But that a 4-inch phone will exist. It will not have 3D touch. It'll basically be like roughly 5S looking-ish. It's kind of like the iPhone 5C, which I was not a fan of.
Yes.
And I'm not hating on people who got the 5C, but it was like exactly opposite to everything Apple was at that time.
Yeah, and we haven't seen like they haven't done any upgrades to that model at all, right?
There's no iPhone 6C, but maybe the iPhone 6C will show up next year. You know?
in an early year, right?
So there you go. That's some of the latest from iPhone 7. I do have a funny story, and I'm gonna be a little jerk right now. I love the people at Apple more than just this. Here's the story. According to Apple Insider, Apple is considering an earlier than Apple Insider. I love all these websites that work their butt off. And sometimes, like, look, we're connected with different sources, but sometimes you have to, like, give more than just this. Here's the story. According to Apple Insider, Apple is considering an earlier than usual launch for the iPhone 7 in 2016. Now, this is according to their source, but they say their source has no idea when, what month, but that it could be earlier.
So they're going to make the iPhone 6S obsolete earlier.
It's like, if you have one, if you're going to put out a story like that, you need more fact. You can't just say earlier.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
That's all it is.
The iPhone 7 might come out earlier. That's the story.
Well, they did do that after about the iPad 3rd generation. They did release the next iPad like right away, right?
Yeah.
It was like within 6 months or something.
Yeah.
So I remember just being like, "What? My iPad sucks already?"
But there's no indication if it's going to be in summer, if it's going to be June or July and August, not even a month, just earlier. Thanks, guys. I'm going to use the bathroom earlier than I did yesterday.
That's news.
Tweet that. Tweet that. All right, here's some cool patents that could lead to a thinner Mac. This comes from the good people who I do like and enjoy at Apple Insider. I'm just messing with people because a lot of times we all have scoops, we have stories, but if you can't substantiate it enough, you just can't run the story. And that's just one that's kind of like half-baked.
Yeah.
All right, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office on Tuesday just granted Apple a patent for a low-travel keyboard design with force touch-like sensors. Now, what does this mean? Right now, we currently are used to those physical keys that have that popping action, that popping motion that use this, these like butterfly switches to keep them low profile, but still have that push tactile feel. This would potentially mean that Apple would be doing a force touch keyboard that measures the pressure placed on a key based on how you press it.
That's kind of cool.
It's kind of cool, but I honestly, Beach, like, even if these keys were raised a little bit, wouldn't you want to actually feel it sink in, or you don't care?
Yeah, I think I would want to feel something, that telling me I'm doing it right. You know what I'm saying?
Really, just use the name of a CNET franchise.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing about this is we know how obsessed Apple is about being thin it to win it. They're all about the thin. It would make laptops thinner if you get rid of this physical mechanism, right? It's just a force touch like layer.
Yeah. But
that's like typing on a table to me, and I don't want to do that. That's weird to me.
It does seem weird.
Right? I don't know. It's, again, Apple's been granted it. It doesn't mean they're going to do it. Maybe they might implement it in another product, like an iPad.
Possibly.
Maybe. I'm really stoked about the iPad Pro. I'm just saying.
Yeah. When are you going to get yours? You're going to get yours like next week?
Well, whenever day it becomes available, I'm going to buy it.
Word.
But I'm going to buy the pencil to try it, but, because I have to review it, but I want to put it in the hands. The coolest thing I think about the iPad Pro, quite honestly, is I go to these comic shows a lot. Like I was just at Comic Kazi in Los Angeles. Instead of getting autographs, I'd love to just hand them an iPad Pro. It's like, oh, can you just do a little sketch for me?
Oh, yeah.
And then you just save it digitally. Like over time, you have this collection of like, but then someone's like, why don't you get it sketched on paper? True. But, it might be a little, they don't want to have all their tools out. They typically just come with a Sharpie. It'd just be cool to be like, yo, it's on my iPad. Just like do something cool.
That would be cool.
And then you take a picture with them next to that piece of art they did. That's kind of, I'm really like fantasizing here right now. I'm completely delaying the show.
This just in, Brian Tong buying an iPad to get comic book artists autographs.
Yeah, that's right. Nerd life, geek life. What's up? Okay, classic Andy Warhol Macintosh painting could fetch $600,000 at an auction.
Wow.
Andy Warhol, cool. Contemporary artist, iconic, does these iconic paintings. He did like Coca-Cola campaign, Campbell's Soup.
Yes.
Ad campaigns, celebrities like Marilyn Monroe, blah, blah, blah. So check this out. This is the piece of art. It's an Apple rainbow logo retro sandwiched between the word Apple and Macintosh. I mean, I feel like, Beach, you could have done this just yesterday.
I know. It looks like a kid's drawing, kind of.
But it is a Warhol. It's not a Beecham.
It is great, though. I mean, look, it's beautiful.
It's a Warhol. It's not a Beecham.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is going to go up online on Sotheby's, the auction house. They believe it'll start around $280,000 starting.
Some tech startup guy, rich tech startup dude's going to buy it.
Oh, absolutely.
Some angel investor guy.
Yeah, his name's Tim Cook. He's people are going to, so that starts at 280. They believe it's going to receive between $400,000 and $600,000.
Wow. They get that. That's going to look great in the new Apple headquarters in Cupertino.
Right in the middle of the UFO.
Yeah.
It's like historical art and everything.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's kind of where we're at with this stuff. Okay, let's just check out. We've got phone calls again. Let me just remind you where you all could call us. The number is 1-800-616-2638. Leave us your voicemails. We are so stoked with the responses that we're getting. If there's anything inside the world of Apple, questions you have, comments you'd like to make, we'd like to hear your opinions and thoughts. The trick is that we kind of want you to keep it around 20 seconds or so. We can't have you go on for a minute unless it's really good.
Yeah.
Then we might let you go on. We talk on our show for about half an hour.
Yeah.
Half of it is useless. Except everything Steven says.
Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, let's hit the first call.
Here's number 1.
Hi, my name is Michael. I had a question about the Apple Pencil. If it will be able to be used as a stylus for other iPads, or it's just going to be for the iPad Pro because of the 3D touch that the iPad Pro offers, or is Apple using that as like a marketing strategy, just for like people have another incentive to buy the iPad Pro, or is that what it is? All right, thanks.
I don't think it's a selling point.
It's a selling point if you're a creative artist.
Yeah. But it's definitely not marketed to mainstream everybody.
They're gonna try to market it to mainstream, and people are gonna be like, "Wait, why did I buy this again?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. I'm gonna keep it. It's an Apple product." So to answer the question, officially, the actual iPad Apple Pencil will only work with the iPad Pro. It will not be able to work as a stylus on any other Apple products. That has been confirmed by I think Mashable asked. Multiple outlets have said it is not. Just one other thing as a side note. The actual iPad Pro does not have a 3D touch screen. So it has a screen that can sense the pencil, but it doesn't have that physical 3D touch screen that you can push and interact with like the iPhone 6S, which I freaking love. I'm like so high on 3D touch.
Really?
It's real subtle, but I think it's, again, as it evolves, as developers continue to use it and implement it. Instagram is a great example of how dope 3D touch can be for looking at pictures and blah, blah, blah. I could go on for days, but I think 3D touch is a big deal.
That's cool. Yeah,
Although
I have not really got to play with it yet. So.
Well, you can use my phone.
Oh.
As long as you don't send
Let me
dirty
borrow your
text messages.
phone.
No special pics, okay?
We'll go through your pictures.
No, I don't want to see any ick pics, if you know what I mean.
No, you just see a picture of like my sons like running around causing havoc.
Oh, that's so cute. So yeah, only works for the iPad Pro. So
that is weird that they would make it so it only works for the new iPad Pro.
Well, I looked at the contact point, and there's a lot of styli.
Yeah, how do you say stylus plural?
Styluses? I don't even want to use Google right now. I'm going to let people make fun of us.
Styli.
I'm going to let people correct us. So somebody can send in a call and correct us. Anyways, with these multiple styli, or styluses, they typically have some sort of like rubber point at the end of it. The Apple Pencil does not. Because, it's conductive. When you touch the metal, it translates over to that rubber aspect, but the Apple Pencil does not. So it's detecting it a whole different way.
Someone will hack it.
Someone will.
And make a video using it on my iPad 3 or something.
That's true. That's true. All right, next call.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, Brian. How you doing? My name is Alan from Phone Tech at Work, and I just want to say I'm a big fan of the podcast. I just want to let you guys know that I did watch the Steve Jobs movie, and I thought it was really good. And you guys have to watch it. It's part of the Apple Byte topic, so I'll definitely check it out. All right, guys, have a good one.
He's like assigning us to watch this movie.
It's basically a backhand, slap. He's like, hey guys, it is one of the way he thought it is one of the topics you talked about.
It's kind of a part of your show, so maybe you should go see it.
So Steve and I talked about it. We're gonna really try hard next week during our lunch break to watch the movie together.
We're gonna walk down to the movie theater, get some popcorn.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Spoilers! Steve Jobs dies. I said Steve Jobs too on purpose. Some people are probably like, "It's Steve Jobs." I said that on purpose. Okay, Steve Jobs. It's like a immigrant thing. You call him. Don't say the S. Steve Jobs. LeBron James. Okay.
All right. Call number 3.
Hey guys, I'm a huge fan. My name's Chris. I'm from California, Orange County, California. Anyways, I had a question about the iPad Pro. My question is it going to be better than the Surface Pro 4? I'm really tossed up between the two, and I'm really not sure which one to get. I have an iPhone 6S now, so I don't know. I like Apple, I like Android, I like Microsoft, but I can't decide. Talk to me.
Talk to me.
I love this kid because he likes them all. He's
a tech fan, right?
Yeah,
This is
Android.
beautiful. And guess what, people?
He's not picking sides.
Yeah, although we do a show called the Apple Byte Extra Crunchy, both of us own products that are not Apple products.
Yes.
I love tech in general, so that's why I hate it when people just complain that, oh, you shouldn't do the Apple Byte because you said something bad about Apple. Well, get out of here. You'll literally go under your rock. Don't even talk to me no more. So the gentleman was asking about what's better, an iPad Pro or a Surface Pro. I'll tell you right now, in my opinion, I think the Surface Pro is a better product if you want a desktop experience and a tablet experience at once. It's just a better product for that. That you can't even dispute that. I think it's amazing. They have some really great applications that you can use with it as well. The iPad's main advantage is basically if you're in the Apple ecosystem and you want to use the apps, like if you want to play the games on the 13-inch screen like some people here, you know, we don't know what level the pencil, it's not a stylus, it's a pencil, how it'll really integrate and how detailed. I don't see an upswell of this whole community all of a sudden saying, we're going to use the iPad Pro and we're only going to do art on the iPad Pro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's so many different products out there to use.
There's actual paper and pens and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it will have interesting use cases. But if I was someone who was looking for the true hybrid laptop tablet experience, I would say you got to go Surface Pro.
Yes.
It's a no-brainer. And it's actually really good.
Yeah, it is. And I'm digging Cortana, too. Cortana,
Hell yeah, she
has a lot of information.
Cortana is bae. Cortana's bae.
Yeah, I got the Windows 10, and it's cool. It looks neat. It looks pretty, and it works great. I haven't had any problems, knock on wood. And Cortana, I asked her something the other day, and she listed like 20 things for me. Like her answer was like a minute long almost. I forget what my question was.
Sounds like someone that I could build a real relationship with.
Yeah, she
talked to me
was
for
very
more than a minute.
thorough. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, quite honestly, you're the person that I talked to the longest in one single sitting, Steven. We're building something.
Not even your bae? You don't talk to your bae?
No, I'm just messing around. I love bae. I love bae. She's gonna be like, "Oh, really? Really?
Oh, you talked to
really Beecham more? Okay, you go do that with Beecham. Okay." Yeah. Anyways, and on a side note, and this is the Apple Byte Extra Crunchy and not the Microsoft Byte because people get all crazy about that too. The Surface Book Pro is tight.
It is.
I can't. Honestly, it's not going to be this first gen, but I could totally see myself buying one of those in the next couple generations.
Yeah.
I literally could as it evolves.
Yeah.
Okay. How many more calls do we have?
That's it. That's all.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
We are wrapped.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap, y'all. Okay, guys and gals. Thanks again. If you guys want to call us, the number 1-800-616-2638. Steven, I'm going to let you say bye to everyone. I'm going to let you close the show.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching Apple Byte Extra Crunchy. We will be back next. Will we be back next Friday?
I'll be in Los Angeles, but we will do a show.
We're going to do a show. We're going to do a Skype show.
Skype
show. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will catch you next time.
Peace. What's happening, Brian Tong here, and welcome. Wait, what's that? Why is that all there?
Because it's a long story.
It's like, it's built in that was the top of a show or something like that.
Yeah, the thing that Mitch made for me, the Apple Byte intro, wasn't working. So I recut it.
Oh yeah.
And then what I recut didn't work because some like encoding issue.
I wonder if I have the song
So
for you.
I have it. I'll fix it.
Okay.
I thought I had fixed it today, and then when I tried it, it didn't work. So.
Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. On the Periscopers, I'll just hang around for like literally a minute, and I'll be like, I'll hang out for like a minute if you guys have any questions. But thanks for watching. Again, for those of you on Periscope, we can't feed the calls into you because we're really recording this as a podcast show. That's really what this is made for.
Audio
podcast that you could download, or you could just hang out here and be with us. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
People are still hanging out. So if you have any questions, Xbox One or PS4, both. I would never say one or the other. They both kick butt for different reasons. But here's my call. If you have the same game on both consoles, I'm going to say go PS4.
Ooh.
Because typically supports a little higher resolution in some cases.
And Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh, are you going to get that?
I'm going to have to buy the PS4 to get it. I'm like saving up some money, man.
Yeah.
Because I know my son and I will just do that all day.
Halo or Call of Duty, that I'm not going to answer that. That comes down to you. I would lean towards, that's a hard one. They did say the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 story is actually legit this year. And sometimes I don't like it because it feels like the same crap. So, but then Halo's story is always like really good. I'm gonna let you decide. I'm not gonna make that decision for you. Just get both. Buy them all, because we all can just have 2 consoles. And I don't have a Wii U. Do you have a Wii U? You have a Wii U.
Yes.
See,
You should see my TV stand right now. It's a Wii, a Wii U, PS3. It's like everything lined up next to each other.
It's awesome. It's like home entertainment
Yes.
nirvana.
I have so many
Which
options.
iPad Pro you're getting? The thing about it is, I think the iPad Pro with LTE is something like $1,200, $1,300. That's just way too much. So
gosh.
if I had to choose one right now, my gut says I'll just take the 128 Wi-Fi. But I really want a LTE based one, because if I'm going to use it truly to do some work as a hybrid, you kind of want to have that connection.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I can swing some like discount or something. But my hunch is that I'll probably get the 128 Wi-Fi one, which is not what I want, but it's too damn expensive. Thanks, Apple.
How much is the Surface Pro?
A Surface Pro, it starts off a little higher. I think it. Let me see. The Surface Pro 4. Let me see what it starts off at. I think it's higher than $799 though. Let me check here. What do we got? Oh, $699? No, that's the Surface Pro 3. That's what I thought. Okay. Hold up. $899 starting price for the Surface Pro 4.
Oh, wow.
But there's like tons of different configurations for it, like with processor, RAM, storage. There's like, I think there's a, oh, let me see. I literally, there's like 4 or 5 different configurations. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3. There's 5. There's technically 6 configurations with different storage, different processor, and different RAM.
6 of them. Wow.
But the entry level is a 128 gig Intel Core M3 processor. But really, for me, if you want performance, you've got to go at least to an i5.
Yes. But 128 gigs, that's big.
Yeah, that's
the
good.
entry level.
4 gigs of RAM too, so that's a good entry level.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Periscopers, thanks so much for watching. I got other stuff to do. We got some good stuff coming.
It's Friday. We got to get out of here.
Yeah. Fave feature for Apple TV. It's not there yet, but the App Store, hands down. But the touchpad UI is sick. I put a review in the Apple Byte show, so if you all want to watch that, just see that there. But we are going to head out. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch y'all later. Damn, 2,700 viewers.